Hey guys, Zerkaa here and welcome back to my Millwall career mode series, and we're going to start off this episode going straight into a game against Chelsea in the Barclays Premier League. And obviously this is going to be a very big game because obviously Chelsea are right next to us in the table, and we need to be beaten or even just drawing against the teams around us to make sure they don't pull away from us. And if we're going to have any chance of winning the title or doing well enough to get into Champions League this year, we're going to have to make sure we keep up with the pile at the top. And I think Chelsea are pretty high up, and Torres takes the lead pretty early on in the 8th minute there, and that is not the start we wanted. Obviously, as I've always said, when you concede early on, it just really doesn't help you out for the rest of the game. We have a chance here in the 16th minute. Redmond gets put through, but hits that just wide. And we then move on into the 36th minute here. Vidal with the ball, plays it to Piazon. Piazon over the top to Benzia. And Benzia's through on goal and scores in the bottom right hand corner to equalise and make it 1-0. And give us that glimmer of hope that we needed to bring us back in the game, because from that point onwards, after they had scored, we was kind of holding on because they were kind of pushing for the second, and luckily we managed to get an equaliser, and that equaliser is a massive goal to score. Otherwise we could have lost this game pretty badly. Bittencourt with the ball there, hits that narrowly wide. I mean, if that had gone in, we could have gone on to win this game. Piazon gets played through here, then plays the ball to Bittencourt. Bittencourt hasn't got the pace to get past that Chelsea defender there, and that is then cleared. But then the ball is then fallen back to Bittencourt after a Piazon header, and it's a pretty poor shot, and it was easily saved by the Chelsea goalkeeper there. Moses with the ball here, a bit of a darting run through the middle, gets tackled and it falls to the player on the edge of the area. There's a shot, and Jed Steer does well enough to save that and put it out for a corner. Moses with the ball here, 89th minute, and it looks like they were going to get a last minute goal and kind of do what always happens to me in the career mode. But luckily, Jed Steer came to the rescue and saved that at the near post. And that game finished 1-1. I can't really complain about the result. I mean, they probably deserve to win overall. I mean, I had a few chances there which I could have probably taken the lead and gone ahead and won. Anyway, look at the table here. Liverpool are top, Chelsea are 5th, and you see all of us are around 22-23 points with Liverpool on 24. It's going to be pretty tight out there. Arsenal have a game in hand over us, so we'll see how that one goes down, because if Arsenal win that, they're going to pull away a bit. We're going to look at our squad report for November now. You can see a lot of our players have started to improve again, seeing some nice improvements here and there, especially with players' value, again, as what I've always said. And there's one player that's definitely a standout. I'm going to mention two players, actually. First of all, I'm going to mention Vidal. He's now worth £40 million. And Canton, our free agent we got, is now worth £21 million, which is just ridiculous because we got him as a free agent. So if we can sell him for 21 million, that's a nice profit of 21 million. And I'm almost tempted to try and sell him in January, to sell him and then try and strengthen the rest of my squad from the funds that I receive from selling him. We'll see how it goes, but definitely going to have to do some switching around in January, definitely to try and strengthen this squad. Because a lot of you guys have said, and I know myself, is the fact that I haven't really made a big enough push this season to try and get my team good enough to actually get us to win the Premiership or to get us Champions League spot. We're going to go into a Europa League game. They see we're sitting in second behind Braga, and we're playing against Salzburg, I believe, who might be in bottom there, I think. And this is a game that we needed to win. Actually, no, I don't even need to win it really, because the two teams at the bottom were a lot further behind the two teams at the top, being me and Braga. So basically, we just needed to win or draw this game. And with Vidal got put through here, and you'd expect Vidal to score that every day of the week. For some reason, he went for the finesse and it was saved. I think he took too long to actually take that shot there. Redmond with the ball here on the edge of the area, plays to Benzia, who then plays it to Piazon, who then shoots, and that goes in the right hand corner to make it 1-0. 39th minute, and that's Piazon's 8th goal in all competitions. So Piazon's doing really well this season. He's actually really starting to come into his own with regards to goal scoring. Both Benzia and Piazon have been doing so, and Vidal, I don't know if Vidal is slacking or whether Benzia and Piazon have just kind of caught up with Vidal's ability to score goals, because Vidal hasn't really been the player he was before. I mean, he is being the player he was, he just isn't being the goal scorer that he was. He isn't seem to be in. Usually he's the player that kind of dominates the goals, and he always wins the golden boot by miles. Where this season it seems like Piazon and Benzia are coming into it as well. And I think actually Benzia and Piazon I said his name really. Did I say Piazon? Piazon have more goals than Vidal in the Premiership at this moment in time, I believe anyway. But Piazon scores again there to make it 2-0 or 2-1 even. And again, Salzburg with the ball, they play it to left hand side, hint Rega with the ball here, and stops, gets past Zuma, crosses it in, and it falls to this guy here, who puts it in the bottom left hand corner. Kind of a bit of an easy goal, because it was kind of cleared into his feet, and he just has an easy finish there to make it 2-2 and equalise. And I thought I was going to win this game, and after he equalised, it was back to the drawing board. And I had to go all over again and try and get that third goal. Bittencourt gets played through here, and I believe he cuts inside, plays it to Demences, who then turns around and has a shot, and that nearly goes in, but is luckily saved at the bottom left-hand corner. And unfortunately, we only drew that game 2-2. Piazon picking up both of the goals in that game. Definitely a game we should have won. They just got 2 lucky goals, to be honest, and it's a shame because we could have been top of this table alongside Braga. But still, as I said, Salzburg and Elfsborg both are quite a way behind me and Braga. So it looks like me and Braga are going to go through in this group. I'm assuming we have to play each other twice anyway. But it looks like we're going to go through. Regardless of playing them twice, regardless of results, it looks like we probably still will go through. We've got a job offer here from Korea, which is quite interesting. From Korea Republic, which is, I was kind of confused by that, because usually, isn't there like a South Korea and North Korea? Like, who the hell is Korea Republic? I don't know if I'm being dumb there or not. Anyway, we go into a game against Sunderland. Sunderland have a very strong side, and obviously they have Nascimento, who we have sent out to them on loan. And I believe the last time we played them, it was in the Cup, and they beat us 3-1, and they gave us a very good game. They seemed like a very solid side. Probably one of the strongest sides I've played all season so far. But anyway, we go into this game, 18th minute. Last with the ball on the right-hand side, plays it over the top to Wickham, who then gets the better of Zuma, and does a bit of a tricky run there. Cuts in, gets past the defenders, and scores in the bottom left-hand corner to make it 1-0. And that was not the start we wanted, especially considering that Sunderland were the side that beat us in the FA Cup, I believe it was, and they knocked us out 3-1. So it wasn't. I wanted to actually try and get some revenge, but they scored straight away, and that made it harder. And Morales went for the bicycle kick there, but that went wide, and probably would have been a lot better had he just not gone for the bicycle kick and actually just gone for a normal volley or a header, and we probably could have equalised there. He also had a shot there that was deflected, but then hit the post, so that was unlucky for him. Moving to the second half now, and Morales gets put through his pace, and he plays it across unselfishly to Vidal. But unfortunately, it was a pretty poor ball. I mean, it'd probably been better if he played it on the floor. And Vidal couldn't do enough to get that in, and that was saved by the goalkeeper. Now it's the 72nd minute here. Connor Wickham getting put through again. Cuts inside, plays it across to Salah. There's a shot there, and it rifles against the crossbar. And I don't really think Steer, if that had been a target, I don't think Steer even had a chance. You watch the replay here. He bangs that, and it literally just smacks the crossbar, and then Steer dives. So Steer's dive was late, so it shows how fast that shot was there. Dassi with the ball here, has a shot, pretty poor effort, but it was an effort nonetheless. But that game actually ended 1-0, and we lost that game, and we just can't afford to be losing these games. I know Sunderland are a side that beat us in the Cup as well, so maybe they're just a strong side, maybe like a bogey team for me. But you can't afford to be losing these games if we're going to even have a chance of getting the Champions League place, or I'd love to win I want to win the Premiership this season, to be honest. That's like my objective for this season, is to win the Premiership, because I don't want it to take us too long to win the Premiership. And you can see we're still there, we're still in the run-in, but I want to make sure, I guess, we'll see what happens after January. I mean, January is going to be the key moment in our season, or the key, not moment, but the key part in our season. It's going to have a huge play or a huge say in what actually happens, because if we can sign the right amount of players, and we can sign the right players in themselves, and get rid of players here and there, and strengthen our squad as a whole, I think we can push on, and hopefully if we can hit some good form after January, we could have a good chance. But as long as we stay within as long as we stay with the pack, that is all that matters for now. As soon as we fall away from the pack and fall away too far from first and second, then we're going to be screwed. We're going to get Swansea here for our last game of the episode. And you can see Piazon with the ball here on the edge of the area. Cuts inside with that chop turn there and shoots, but that is then blocked by the defender. The ball falls to Bittencourt on the right hand side. Plays a nice pass into Benzia, who then scores that, and to make it 1-0. A nice little cheeky finish in the bottom corner, and a great ball from Bittencourt to actually set up that goal. We're going to watch the replay here, and you'll see the ball kind of deflects to Bittencourt, and he plays a nice pass just there and dinks it in and puts him in space, and it makes it very easy for Benzia to make that 1-0. Piazon with the ball here, has a shot at the near post, and that is then matched by the goalkeeper. Again, Piazon with the ball here, same position, cuts inside, has a shot, and that hits the crossbar. I mean, he's really pushing for that second goal, we just couldn't seem to find it. I mean, if we'd scored that second goal, we'd have been well away in this game. Probably could have won this game easily. But as always, it's inevitable. If you don't capitalise on the the current score that you have, if you're winning, then usually they're going to come back with a bit of an easy goal. And they had their one chance of the game. They shot. It was deflected straight into the path of Fleck, who then finished that to make it 1-1. And straight after that, I made a triple substitution. I was actually making a substitution prior to that goal even going in. So I needed some fresh legs. Both Piazon and Riddell were both very tired. We couldn't seem to find a goal, even with these new players on the pitch. And that game actually finished 1-1. So again, another disappointing result. And we'll have to see how that affects our position in the table. We're going to have a look at the table right about now. And we look at the table, open it up, and you'll see we're sitting in 6th now, and that's not what we want. We've fallen slightly behind away from the pack. We're 5 points away from Man City and Liverpool in 1st and 2nd. We're still in contention with Man United, Arsenal, and Chelsea. But we'll see. We're only 13 games in. We still have 25 games left, so we shouldn't start panicking yet. But we need to sort out this form, and hopefully we can get into some good form and start winning all our games again. Anyway, that's the end of today's episode. If you enjoyed it, then please leave a like. If you have any feedback to give, then please leave a comment as always. And I shall see you guys soon. Goodbye.